What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the True Strength Life podcast. Another solo episode for you. We're going to talk about a few random things here, but as you can see, we got the Eagles hat on. Birds just won the Super Bowl. Go Birds. That was not even, can't even call it a game. They just smashed them. So in this episode, we're gonna briefly talk about the Super Bowl. Already mentioned that. Ozempic, everybody's favorite new drug. And Pope Francis criticizing Trump. So let's see what that's all about.
You don't have to know a lot of things in order to make a huge difference for the Lord in the world. But you do need to know a few things that are great and be willing to live for them and die for them.
Will I let Jesus prove to me that he's truly my strength? To let him prove inside of me that through him I can do all things.
The True Strength Life podcast with Aaron Simpkins.
So, we'll get the quicker ones out of the way first. Super Bowl, 40-22. Philadelphia Eagles won, third championship, and the second Super Bowl they've won in the last 7 years. I talk about this more, I think, in the last episode with, I think it was the Ducati Report, episode 3. But just the idea that I used to be a sports fanatic. And especially the Eagles, especially the Sixers, I have grown way out of that in the past couple of years. And I would say, especially now, I'm, the most out of it that I've been. But I still, when it comes to the last couple of games of the playoffs, especially the Super Bowl, I'm going to pay attention. And, but it's no longer, like before where I was with my, I'll even say like sports idolatry, where I was like a regular season game. If it would have not went well and they would have had a bad game, especially against maybe a rivalry or something like that, a rival, it would have thrown me into a tizzy for like at least a day. I would have been so upset about this game. And I'm at the point now, like, with the Super Bowl, if they won the Super Bowl, awesome. I'm excited. That's I am happy about that. If they would have lost this game, I would have been totally fine too. No problem. Still got to wake up. Still got to, put the kids to bed, hang out with the wife, wake up the next morning and go to work, and it's all good. I don't need the sports to, dictate my emotions and all for the next day. But like I said, is it cool? I'm excited. Yeah, I am. I still have that inner fan in me a little bit, but it's not nearly what it used to be. And I'm just saying all that to say that don't hold sports as an idol in your life. They shouldn't be. And, the Bible makes it very clear that God wants no gods above him. No gods as in nothing else. Nothing else should take the place of God. And we can put we tried to put many things in that place. Whether it be money, our spouse, relationships, or even desires, or sports, or achievements, or success, or any one of those things. If anything, period. If anything is above, if we try to put that in the place of God, where God should be in our life, that's a sin that we need to repent of, and it's not going to lead to ultimate fulfillment and joy, because ultimate fulfillment and joy comes from the Lord. Because any other way, we're not living in truth, actual truth. We're living in a facade, a lie, if anything is in the place of the Lord. So, that being said, go Birds. Eagles won the Super Bowl. It's still exciting. And other story real quick. This is on, let's see, vtnews.ai. That's one place I go to, check out what they have going on for news. It's pretty cool, like, summary of all of the news across the board, left, right, center. And it kind of brings them all together and summarizes everything using AI technology. So vtnews.ai, if you want to check that out. So it says here, Pope Francis criticizes Trump deportation policies. Pope Francis has issued a strong critique of the Trump administration's policy on mass deportations. Quite honestly, when I saw this, my initial reaction was, who cares? Who cares? Pope, no one cares, honestly. And I'm be respectful. Try to be nice-ish. When the Pope said in the last few months that all religions and all faiths are just different roads that lead to God, ultimately, that is heresy. That is a lie. And that shows you what he truly believes, which is of the devil. So, quite honestly, when he is supposedly the person that is to hold up, the church and scripture, and he's teaching and promoting anti-scriptural things that clearly go against the Bible, I don't care. And anybody that takes God and takes the Bible seriously isn't going to care either. So that's about what I had to say about that. Now, what the main subject of this episode is: Quench Protein, blue raspberry flavor. This is amazing. So, sorry for you audio listeners. That was a drink I just took. Anyway, you'll hear more about that. News Nation, where I got this headline. News Nation, newsnationnow.com. Study finds rare vision issues in taking GLP-1 weight loss drugs. Or more specifically, talking about Ozempic, or Wegovy would be another one. But Ozempic's the main thing. That's the one kind of everybody knows of and is aware of. It says here, vision issues are rare but usually permanent. Researchers point to the popularity of drugs as cause for concern. Previous medications linked to vision issues have had label changes. News Nation. A small number of patients taking GLP-1 weight loss medications have experienced loss of vision, but researchers say they have not established a direct link to the drugs. All right, so why do I bring this up? Why am I even talking about this? Am I trying to position myself as a person you should listen to their opinion about this drug? No, I'm not. I'm not an expert in this at all. I do know a little bit about health and fitness and nutrition, and I do genuinely want people to be healthy, including myself. When I talk about health, I'm preaching to myself as a way to it's furthering my convictions that I need to do better, and so this is all a challenge to me. So why I want to bring this up? I want to bring this up because it seems newsworthy to me, because many people, millions of people, are on this drug. They use this. It's primarily used to manage type 2 diabetes, but as it came out, and I forget exactly when it came out. It's less than a decade old, I believe. But it's become quite popular in the last few years because of this reason. Many people have figured out that it can be a very very effective weight loss tool. So people have been using it to try to manage their type 2 diabetes, but also many people have used it to aid them in losing weight. And why do I talk about this? Yes, if you have come to the standpoint that you need to lose weight, I applaud you, because there's a lot going against you in this society. That there's different things like the body positivity movement, and there's different things about, like, obesity. Obesity is just who you are, and it's just another of it's there's an attempt going on to place you as an obese person as like that's your identity. Everything's all about identity nowadays. And so there's kind of a movement to try to make you as an obese person, now that's just who you are. That's just your identity. Well, that's not true. Number one, that's not good. And just physically speaking, we know 100% proven, we know guaranteed, being obese is not healthy. It is not healthy for your body. It is not healthy for your long-term health. It only leads to further issues. It only leads to more problems. It only gives you, it's a comorbidity that leads to many, many other comorbidities. And so it's like I said, if you're an obese person, if you're somebody that wants to lose weight, or if you've at least mentally accepted that you need to lose weight, that's a good step. Now, where does Ozempic come in? If you've now accepted you want or / need to lose weight, my warning would be Ozempic should not be your first go-to. Am I a doctor? No, I'm not. Am I a trainer? No, I'm not. Who am I? I'm nobody. Don't listen to me. Listen to some of the links and all that I'll post in the show notes to those people, because some of those are doctors, some of those are experts in health. So the point is, I think Ozempic should not be the go-to. We need to get out of this mentality that whatever prescription or whatever drugs, doctors or people say we should be on, we should get out of the mentality that that's the first go-to. In reality, a lot of them should be the last effort after we've already exhausted the natural ways to go about losing weight and getting healthier. After we've exhausted, okay, we've gotten our diet down. We've gotten our, eating healthy. We've gotten, away from sugars. We've gotten our exercise down. We've gotten our cardiovascular down. We've gotten all this down. In other words, like, you're doing well with that stuff, but you're still not losing weight. Things still are not working out. You've tried natural supplements. You've tried this or that. Then maybe you look into something like an Ozempic. That's just my main point. I would just want to challenge that the pharmaceuticals should not, our mentality should not be pharmaceutical first. It should be pharmaceutical last. Now, are there extreme cases where people may need these things to live? Yes. Again, am I a doctor? No, I'm not. So who am I to listen to? I'm nobody. I'm just giving you some thoughts and information. And I'm also going to be providing some links in the show notes to Dr. Mark Hyman, who is a doctor and he has an episode and a couple articles that he links. I'm going to post that link for you. He talks to another doctor and a lawyer in that episode talking about Ozempic and their thoughts and warnings about it. And then there's on that link that I'm going to put for him. That link brings you to many other links you can go check out. So that's why I like that link. Another a fitness expert that I have always liked is Mark Lobliner. I'm going to post a link to a YouTube video of him talking about Ozempic, and language warning on that one, by the way. He's not clean, but he's good, and he's very honest. That's what I like about him. And so I like to personally listen to people like that, to health experts, to doctors who have the mindset of not prescription first, but they want to put you through. Okay, let's talk about your food. Let's talk about your lifestyle. Let's talk about your exercise. Let's talk about these things first. Let's try to get healthier through these first. And if that's not working, then maybe we need to add some more extreme measures, like taking a drug, like taking a pharmaceutical. That's just my point. Because there's an overall general idea in America that we've honestly been brainwashed with, that all these pharmaceuticals and all these drug ads on TV and things like that, like we've been brainwashed this idea that that's normal, that it's normal to be on all these pills, that it's normal to have pharmaceutical interventions for every single thing. That's not normal, and I just want to help with bringing people out of that mentality. I also want to try to encourage people that you can do it. Most of you listening to this, you can do it through changing your food, changing your lifestyle, adding some movement to your life, adding some exercise. I've seen this with myself. I've seen this with people in my family. Do genetics play, have a part to play in all this? Yes, they do. But genetics don't have anything with whether or not you're getting up off the couch and doing something. Genetics don't have anything to do with whether or not you have a second or third helping or you just stick to one. That's not genetics. Those are our choices. And so from a Christian standpoint, the healthier we are, that leads to us being able to actually have more ability to do more for the kingdom. And, of course, God can use us no matter what. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that a person that's bedridden, can't have a prayer ministry. Like, if you are bedridden, but you have the mentality that you can be a prayer warrior, that's amazing. And we need more people like that, honestly. Not being bedridden, but we need more people of that mindset. But the point is, like, when it comes to our health, the amount of information that we have out there nowadays, the amount of stuff that we know about our health and how the body works and how things interact with the body, there's no getting around that. The majority of our health and the where our health is at in our life, whether it's good or bad, is purely based off of the choices we've made. And so I just want to get that across, and just give a warning to let's get out of that track that we've been on in America so quick, so easily, and for a while now, for decades, where there's a pill for every ill, and that prescription can be first, and you don't even need to think about other stuff to be healthy. No, get rid of that mentality. Use that stuff when it's absolutely needed. But a lot of times with our illnesses, that stuff's not needed first. That stuff can end up being a last resort, but not a first resort. That's why I appreciate and I value the opinion. This is me personally. I value the opinion of doctors who understand and who believe that they want to see people try to heal themselves and fix themselves at the root cause of whatever their issue is, and they want to try to they want people to heal themselves through their eating and through their exercise first. They want to try to run them through that first before they go and just give them all these pills or give them all these shots. I personally value doctors' opinions who present things that way to people and to their patients. So that's why I have linked who I do in the show notes. So that's where I'm at on that. So that being said, there's some updates for the show. You've already seen in the beginning a little promo for our first ever product connected to the show, which is Quench Protein by Science Supps. The full name is Scientific Supplement Solutions, but it's Science Supps, SUPPS. ScienceSupps.com was created and ran by one of my best friends in the whole world for a long time. And so when I knew he was getting that going, I said, bro, I want to help you however I can. So now he's got things up and going. I've got things up and going. So use code TrueStrength, no spaces, TrueStrength, for 15% off his website, no matter what you get, at ScienceSupps.com. You get this. This is blue raspberry protein right here. So good. Also, I am an affiliate with Tiger Fitness, who is, I mentioned earlier, Mark Lobliner, fitness expert and supplement creator. So he runs the website Tiger Fitness, where you can buy not only his brands, but most brands of supplements. So I'm an affiliate with that. So one way that you can support the podcast, you can support the show, is when you buy your supplements at Tiger Fitness, use the code that's in the links and in the show notes, and that just ties your order, back to me and shows Tiger Fitness that my people that I'm sending people to them, and honestly, I'll get a little kickback for that. So that's one way you can support the show. So if you're going to buy your supplements already, buy them in a way where you can help out the podcast, help out your boy. So I appreciate you guys. And there's more to come. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited for where this is going. So again, this is gonna be a show note heavy episode. A lot of links in there. Go check them out. Subscribe to the show on all the platforms. I'm gonna work on getting on more platforms soon. But yeah, True Strength Life podcast on all the platforms. Click the link for Tiger Fitness when you buy your supplements. Support Quench Protein at ScienceSupps.com. Use the code TrueStrength at your order. Check out the links for what I was talking about with Pope Francis and with Ozempic. Do all that, and I appreciate y'all. And don't forget, truth is strength.